how to get marathon ready and ensure that you are fit for the upcoming spring marathons. And if you're not a marathon runner, there's still going to be some amazing content in here for you to improve your strength, endurance, and help you get back into exercise following a back injury. So my name is Dr. Jeremy Andrews. I'm a doctor of chiropractic here at West Chiropractic in Surrey, and we help people with chronic low back pain and knee pain avoid a lifetime of painkillers and surgery. So here we are, end of January 2025. So the intensity, the volume is starting to ramp up for those spring marathons. You got Paris, there's London at the end of April. So people are starting to get into more long runs, sort of 28K, 30K, and there's more demand on the joints. The knees, the ankles, the hips, the lower back in particular. So how do you get your body in the best position to not only smash the spring marathons, but ensure you can do it injury-free and keep your body in the best shape before, during, and after? So some of the things that we deal with around this sort of time are shin splints. So our physiotherapists and sports therapists are amazing at working on those to help with the overuse on the tendons. We work with runner's knee or iliotibial band pain, where there's pressure going through the knee because of alignment issues coming from the foot or from the pelvis and the hip. Lower back pain because of the constant compression and impact from running. So very often we see problems with the knee because of the imbalances coming from the hip. So the hip is up the top here. This is the front of the knee here. This is the kneecap. So if the pelvis is wrong and it's not supporting your body when you're running, it can often put pressure down one side of the leg, and it causes the force to come indirectly through the inside or the outside of the knee. And that can cause problems with the meniscus, cause problems with clicking, crepitus, and also just cause pain through the knee when you're running. So it's really important that we get everything aligned from the back, the hips, to make sure it doesn't cause any knee problems when you're running. So the knee can just flex and bend, flex like this, and it puts the force straight from the patella tendon through the kneecap into the other side of the patella. Okay, so we're gonna run through some different exercises today. So let's get going with this. So the first ones we're gonna do are your core stability exercises. So number one, it's going to be the plank. Number two is going to be the dead bug. So let me show you some variations on those to help improve your core stability. The core is really important for running. If you've got a good solid core through here, it means the force is evenly transmitted through the back, pelvis into your knees, and it's going to help propel your upper body forwards. Okay, so the first one is the plank. So you may just want to start on your knees like this with your legs raised, making sure that your back is nice and flat. I'm not like this, or I'm not like this. Okay, so my back is nice and flat. Just putting some weight through my forearms or my elbows, and I'm ensuring that my tummy button is nice and sucked in, and I'm holding this for 30 seconds. Key things, make sure your head is not down like this or not like this. Nice neutral spine the whole way through. Then if you feel brave, you might want to go onto all fours like this. And again, making sure you're not down like that, not up like this, keeping the core contracted. Now, level up movements here are going to be tipping the heels back like this. So you feel a stretch in the calves, but it's going to activate more of the lower core. And then squeezing the glutes like this. So you turn the glutes on, it's going to really activate the external obliques, which are the muscles on the outside of your core, help with the lateral shift when you're running. And you want to try and hold that for 30 seconds. So when you squeeze those glutes, it really helps to develop these muscles around the side going into the hips, so that when you run, you're not moving your hips like this. So you see those models, when they walk like this. It's really important that you make sure that that's nice and aligned, okay? Second core exercise is going to be the dead bug, okay? So dead bug is on your back, like this, knees at 90 degrees, feet at 90 degrees. Ensure that the back is flat. So if you see here, I'm curved. I really want to push my back down like this. And I'm going to keep my hands on top of my chest. Some people like to keep them underneath their back to make sure it's turned on. And it's a very slow lowering here to here, and then come back up. And then very slow lowering to here, and then coming back through here, okay? Again, you would do 5 on each side. Really, really slow, helps to develop the lower core. It's gonna really help when you're running, keeping you nice and upright, making sure you're not compressing everything through here and flexing the spine. So you can do it from the side. So if you look at my back before I start the dead bug, that's normal here. I'm gonna push down like that. So you see I'm engaging my core, making sure it gets nice and flat through here, taking pressure off. Okay, so that's the core stability exercises. The next section to work on are going to be your glutes. So your glutes are your buttocks, massive, powerful muscles. They really help with running, so it's important that we get them nice and strong. Let me show you these 2 exercises to help with glute stability. Okay, so the first one is going to be a glute bridge. So again, flat back, make sure it's nice and relaxed, head flat. You're going to push through the hips and hold, and then come back down nice and slow. Slowly lower the spine down, segment by segment. Push up again, and then come back down. And you want to do this 10 times. Now, when you're getting really brave, it's push up, let one leg go, and then drop down, and then push up, one leg go, and then drop down. It's important to keep it balanced. So if you find that you're doing one leg and you're moving like this, just go back to doing 2 legs, okay? And then dropping down nice and slow. Okay, so it should look like this. Push, and then come back down. If I'm doing one leg, it'd be push with 2 legs. Take one off. See mine dropped a little bit there. So you need to make sure you push, keep it up, and then slowly lower down. Okay, so the next one is the clamshells. You may have seen me do this before. It's a great way to activate your glute minimus and your glute medius. Those are the 2 smaller glutes. Maximus is the biggest one. So you need a band like this. Just pop the band through the legs and above both knees. And you're gonna lie on your side like this. It's a great one to do in front of the sofa if you're watching TV. Make sure the hip is stacked over, so you're not rolling back like this or rolling forwards. Again, a great way just to open and then close. And I do 15 of these. Open and then close. Open and then close. Okay, and then do on both sides as well. The last section is going to be the balance and stability. So the 2 I love on this are the single leg balance exercise and also the lateral walk. So let me show you how you work these, okay? So first one is going to be single leg balance. So you start off just with one leg like this. Now, if you're finding that your balance isn't great, you might want to hold on to something just to make sure you're not falling over. And if you're happy with this, after 30 seconds, we switch over to the next one. Okay, just to get that balance, the proprioception through the ankle. Proprioception is the body's awareness in space. So there's subtle tendons and ligaments around the ankles that are working hard now. So when we're running, doing a lot of impact, you need to make sure that the ankle can get stability from side to side, the knees can have stability, the hips, so that we're not dropping and then putting more pressure on one side and the other. And it's going to reduce the risk of injury as the volume and the load starts to increase. Now, the way to make this harder is to close the eyes like this. So you're not using your eyes for proprioception, it's much harder. You need to get a much harder workout through the leg. Again, you might want to hold on to something and make sure you're not around any beds or shelves, like I have. Don't do what I'm doing. So close the eyes. And then if you want to go to the next level, what I do is a single leg squat for the balance. So very, very slowly just drop down like this and then come back up. Making sure the knee is in line. You might want to have a mirror in front of you. You don't want the knee to be going like this or like this. It's going to cause problems with your knee. The most important thing is from the side. So if you look at my knee here, it's staying in one plane. I'm pushing down like this and then push up and then coming back down. Now, common things to avoid are doing this. So the knee shears forward. That's going to put pressure on the knee. Don't do that. You want to activate the glute and it's for the balance. So like this, and I'll just do 5 of these on both sides. And then second one, the lateral walks. So again, get your band out. You can grab these on Amazon for, I think I got a set of these for 10 quid over Christmas. So they're pretty good. And you can get some hip specific ones as well. You don't have to double over. These are more like shoulder resistance bands, but the hip ones, they're just one band and get them in different colors. But for this, you want to make sure that you're doing a semi squat. And again, making sure the knees aren't going in front. And then we do this. I do a big open the gate. This is really good for the balance. Like this, like that. I'll show you from the side. So sit down, make sure the knees don't go in front of the feet, really feeling the glutes, push out to the side, open the hips up, keep the back flat so we're not rounding the shoulders like this. And again, big step, like this. And I do 5 on each side, 3 sets through. So how often should you be doing this every single week? Well, if you're thinking about doing 3 runs a week, you may have a long run in there on the weekend and then 2 quality runs. So you may have like a tempo run and then just a shorter run on there. If you're trying to factor in some strength, I would be doing something at least 3 times a week as well. You don't have to do long, even if it's just 5 minutes, 3 times a week in front of the TV with a band to help improve the glute stability, the balance, the core strength. It's going to make a huge difference over these next 12 weeks as you lead into that spring marathon. So I wish you the best of luck. If you are representing a charity, feel free to drop a comment in the below with your Just Giving page. My brother, he's running for QEF. QEF is a neuro rehab unit where our dad spent some time last year following a fall and a severe brain injury. So it's a source very close to our hearts, and I wish him the best of luck. And all of you are running marathons as well. And if you're not, I hope these exercises are really, really helpful for you as well. And as always, you can grab copies of my best-selling books here, The Secret Cure to Back Pain and How to Transform Your Back. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time.